yesterday, and that's against a good team. You guys looking at the kind of this first month of the season, and any concern when it comes to the bats or kind of where this team is, or is that just the way things start off in April around these parts?
Yeah, well, I mean, you always want to start off well out of the gate, and 19 games in, we're not exactly where we want to be. Obviously, 8-11, but and as you said, the bats haven't. We know we have a good offense. We know we're going to have a good offense. Hasn't always been there consistently. It was good to see what happened last night. Hopefully that gets us going. But we know this is going to be a tough road. We're in a tough division, but we have a good team, and we'll hopefully the bats get going here, and we can move forward.
Brian, when it comes to last night and Alex Cora making a return to the team, we always talk about whether it's a manager or coach and their relationship with the players. Do we maybe underestimate how much Alex Cora brings to the team during a game and how much the players play for him? Because it seems like it was a different team out there yesterday once he was back.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, there's no question that Alex makes a huge difference, and he's one of the best managers in baseball, and he does an incredible job creating an environment where players feel comfortable, where players can be their best. You've seen it in the past, obviously, and including last year, and dating all the way back to 2018. He's an incredible manager, so having him back is huge, but that's not to say that when someone, whether it's a player or a coach or a manager, isn't available for whatever reason, you have to be able to step up, and the results weren't always there, but I also know that Will Venable did a terrific job in the interim there, and sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, but yeah, having Alex back is huge.
Brian, how important is it to not dig a hole for yourself in the division, because it seems like this division here, the AL East, is so stacked?
Yeah, it's important. I mean, every game is important. You saw how it was last year. It came down to the end, and one game made all the difference, and so every game matters. So digging a hole is not helpful, right? And we do need to play better. We expect to contend in this division, in this very tough division, as we've talked about. But we need to play better, and keep ourselves right in the thick of things.
When it comes to Xander Bogaerts, a great game for him last night. I saw that he has a scheduled day off today. He was talking after the game about how, a lot of movement for him. His body needs to recover, stuff like that. When you look at a player that I think Alex Cora called elite after the game, and he has games like that, do you just see dollar signs, his price just continue to rise?
That's not exactly how I look at it. Just glad, Bogey's an incredible player. We all know that, and last night was yet another example of it. And so he's huge on our team, and so every time he's out there, that helps us. That gives us a better chance to win a ball game, and last night was no exception. And yeah, as far as the rest goes, Alex has always done a really good job of making sure guys are fresh and knowing when to give them the day off, regardless of what the performance was the night before.
Courtney's lead this morning was about those who are complaining of late about the baseballs being bad. Hearing anything from the guys on this team about that, or from Major League Baseball? Is that an issue, you think?
I haven't heard, any specific chatter about that. I mean, after, with the changes last year, with the new enforcement on the sticky substances issue, I do think there's an acknowledgement around the game, including from the commissioner's office, that we need to find ways to make sure the ball is tacky enough for pitchers to get a grip. I mean, I think if you ask hitters, a lot of hitters about, the changes last year, they had concerns. They just want to make sure that the pitcher can command the ball and throw where he wants to throw it, just so everybody's safe. And I think we are in an okay place there, but you can always improve. And I think, looking for a way to have the baseball have the right amount of tack on it is an important thing for the game.
I think you were talking about the Mets. I think
Yeah, they're talking about
18 guys have been hit.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, and I don't know, what you never know in short samples what the reason behind things are, but that does stand out for sure.
Brian, free agency varies in like all different sports, and when you talk about guys like Bogarts or Devers that are actively looking for new contracts, what is it like in Major League Baseball? Are there continued talks throughout the whole season, and is it one of those sports where in football usually when a guy wants a contract, it really isn't until after the season, but in baseball, is there opportunities for maybe deals to get done midway through the season?
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on the player. Like we don't take a hard stance on that at all. We're open-minded to talking about contracts really at any time that makes sense for the organization and the player. A lot of players don't want to talk about it in season, don't want the distraction. We certainly respect that if that's the case. We have had examples, not too many over the years, but Dustin Pedroia is one that stands out that we did mid-season, and so it is possible. But I think that the majority of contracts get done not during the season, either prior to or after the season.
Obviously this team plays at Yankee Stadium a lot. Any concern on your part about those vicious, unruly, out-of-control Yankees fans throwing things at our beloved Boston Red Sox players during this season?
Well, always concerned for the safety of our players, but we played in Yankee Stadium quite a bit, and I think we'll be okay.
All right.
Brian.
Yeah, Curtis has one.
I just a random question, but Brian, you seem so normal and like put together. How have you survived this long in this town?
I'm not sure that anyone else would describe me that way, but thank you. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that one. I just take it day by day.
Well, he's a asshole. He's
No, I know.
Here,
He just
so
he seems like a really
he has that
genuinely nice
advantage.
guy, and he's been with the team forever. It's a crazy place to work at times.
Brian,
Yeah, it's a fun place to work.
I was going to say this. You have another good outing last night by Walker. The night before, Pivetta gives you some good innings. When you look at the kind of evolution of baseball, and especially with starting pitching, what's in the mindset of whether it's you, Alex Cora, what are you guys considering like a quality start? Is that now 5 innings? If you can get through 5 innings and giving up 2 runs, is that viewed as a game that okay, we should be able to win a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it has evolved over the years. It's not like it was 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago where you expect guys to go really deep into the game. Back in the day when they were going 8 and 9 innings most nights, the good pitchers, is obviously the game is very different now. I mean, the bottom line is getting wins, like whatever way we can get wins, but certainly whoever is starting or pitching the bulk of the innings, if you're using an opener or whatever, you want to get as many quality innings out of that pitcher as you can to not put too much burden on the bullpen. But it's just the bottom line is like over the course of the season, finding ways to fill those innings in the most optimal way you can to win as many games as you can. So certainly the standard is a little bit different than it has been in the past. But yeah, if guys are giving you five innings and keeping you in the game, depending on the pitcher, you might have different expectations of what he might give you coming in based on a variety of factors. But yeah, if you're getting that type of performance that you talked about, usually that sets you up pretty well, especially if you have a good offense like we do and should. It sets you up to win games.
Last one from me is just an update on Chris Sale. Is he coming along timetable wise as expected?
Yeah, he is. Chris is progressing. He's throwing. He's now throwing off a mound, and so things are going well there. And looking forward to getting him back. Obviously, that'll be a big boost. There's still some steps to take for him to get there, but he's right on track.
All right, Brian. Thanks a lot for taking the time this morning. We'll talk to you again this season.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.